The Han actually seemed like one of the few locations the cruel criminal element of the city has yet to get their hooks into. Except now, when we've washed all of the rainbow out of the pride flag. It's a beacon of hope, a shining light to guide those weary souls in from the raging seas of desperation and loss. And yet, here we are in its hallowed halls investigating a crime most foul.
What's that in your mouth?
In a flurry of feline fury, the cat I've come to know as Lou rushes my partner.
I like how we're getting more and more into that sort of writing style too. Like that alliteration is very, very characteristic of the way this stuff was written back then. Oh man, Glory Hounds and you creators, this team, just keep doing what you do. I just am so happy to come back to these stories.
I think this is actually a different writer. This is, I believe this episode is written by Jackson, who is,
well, they're doing a hell of a job. I'm
having the
having
person
a great
who
time.
ran the panel that I just showed you a picture of, where they're doing a reading of Glory Hounds at MFF last year.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
that panel's being run by them. Fearing the worst, I'm about to step in to intercept this cat's ire, but I'm too late. It's just a bubble pipe, I swear. It's just a bubble pipe, I swear. Lou effortlessly swipes my partner's pipe from his lips.
Don't even pretend to smoke, mister. You gave that up months ago.
Okay, sorry, I just had to complete the look.
And why aren't you at home sleeping?
Well,
Where to ask you two some questions. A most heinous crime has been perpetrated against my partner here, barely a few steps from this establishment's front door.
Just the fact that he doesn't fade in or slide in, he just explodes, just pops on the
smashes
screen
in.
instantly with a crashing glass noise. A glass drops, and the feathered attendant of this bar leaps into action, rushing my partner as well.
Wait, are you narrating everything?
What happened? You're not hurt, are you, Al? No, I'm fine. My bike got stolen. He divulges the crime with an inspiring resolve.
Oh my god, you are! Al, why is your boss narrating everything?
Oh, is this... Do I need to be doing the narration?
So all the narration's you now?
You want me to fight? I'll do it?
I
Hell
guess
yeah.
so, yeah.
I'll take it over.
Read some noir comics earlier.
Guess that explains the drab color palette and the goofy hats.
They're not goof.
Stolen? Outside my bar?
The mother hen of the Haynes outburst startles us all. I can't help but admire the worry shown, and for a moment it makes me falter in my suspicions. Perhaps Willem couldn't have committed this crime.
What's he on about? We're, trying to rule out the possibilities of who might have stolen it.
And it's often these sorts of cases that those closest to the victim committed the crime. Willem releases his hold. In a flash I can see their gaze is set upon me. I remain stone-faced, intent on getting to the bottom of this.
Wait, you think we did it?
Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty there, boy?
In this city, innocence is a hot commodity.
I mean, for what it's worth, I know you didn't do it. We were together that all night.
And just like that, my stone-faced composure falters in the light of this crucial piece of information. This may be a case rife with unknowns. It's possible that immediately rushing in, accusations red hot like a Brandon iron hungering for flesh.
Ew!
Might not be the best tactic for this case. A gentler, more cautious approach sometimes nets the best results.
I'd say so.
And so, with the tip of my hat, I effortlessly switch tactics. Apologies, friends. Dealing with crime like we do, you sometimes jump to conclusions in the efforts to protect the good citizens of this city. However, the fact of the matter is my partner here is denied his right to freely move about. Stealing one's bicycle in this town is pantomime to cutting off their legs. Quite a cruel act.
I wouldn't go that far, but it is a bloody shame. Where'd you leave it, Al?
Can you use pantomime in that context? It sounds weird to me, but anathema is maybe the word I'm sure it's right. It just feels odd.
Just got Shakespeare it. Just make it work.
Oh, fair.
Out by the bike rack. Same place as always. Did you lock it up?
We all hear my partner's voice hitching his throat. His inattentiveness about some things is well known, and he knows it. That's he said that out loud too.
You don't have to call me out, Dawn Hound. Ow. Okay, maybe I didn't.
You never do.
Exactly, I've never really needed to. Who would steal a bike in Schippersburg?
I mean, yeah, but your bike was brand new, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Top of the line, too. Oh, man, and it was a gift. Milo's gonna be mad.
That's a damn shame. It wasn't tucked off in some corner from getting moved. That's happened before. Nope. I checked all up and down the block.
And I checked even further, secured close to 3 blocks in the immediate vicinity and couldn't find a trace of it. Hence why I suspect someone close to my partner might have made off with it. They'd be intimately familiar with the schedule and know that bike is poorly taken care of.
You guys are mean.
Well, we were busy cleaning up for the night.
At that, I glanced around, turning my keen investigative eyes on the establishment. That alibi holds true. There's not a speck of dirt to be seen, each surface shining so brilliantly that I could probably eat off it. A clear indication that a lot of care has recently gone into cleaning up a night of revelry. It's really cool, too, that the writing, you could read it in like a much grittier sort of the Sin City type of way. Like if you go back one for me. Like, a real indication that a lot of care has recently gone into cleaning up a night of revelry. Like, the same line works for both. It kind of really illustrates how linked together, like, the two ends of, like, the noir genre is. And I don't know. I think it's cool. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but I like it.
I can't add anything. I don't know if I've ever read a single noir thing.
They're interesting. If you...
I've experienced the genre exclusively through 700 genre homages.
I don't know a whole lot about the genre myself, beyond the fact that as a writing exercise, maybe like a year ago, I watched some of these Cary Grant movies just to learn a little bit about how this sort of classic genre works, but I don't know a whole lot about like the overall world of noir. So going a little bit off of vibes.
Well, I watched Batman.
Well, good for you.
Mask
I
of
don't know
the
what Batman is.
Phantasm. It'd be very funny if you didn't know who Batman was because you're reading Batman's lines.
Oh, you mean the guy
basically.
from Detective Comics?
Mr. Detective. Oh, you're too kind, big boy. I take a great pride in keeping my little old hen house clean as a whistle. I almost called it Han house because of the pronunciation that it normally has.
I actually read it that way at first, too.
Do you happen to have any security cameras out front? Never needed them.
Well, you might want to look into them. We're possibly looking at a serial bike thief based on the other reports I've gathered. Out of the corner of my eyes, I noticed Lou's ears perk. In a flash, their phone is in their paw. Their fingers blur as the sound of frantic typing fills the bar.
Sorry, but that talk of reports reminded me of something I saw a few days ago.
Can't believe Lou keeps the keyboard noises on their phone.
Yeah, it's gross.
They thrust the phone at my partner.
No, they don't. They thrust the phone at my partner and me so fast that it takes my eyes a moment to adjust to the screen's contents.
Bike thefts reported in and around the
Saltwater District. How'd I miss that?
Good thing you got me around.
You didn't. Milo just told us.
Good thing indeed. No detail can escape a feline's keen intuition. Oh, stop.
You don't think those saltwater syndicate blokes had anything to do with this, do you?
I don't think it's something we can ignore.
We're only a few blocks away from the district, too.
But, I don't know. That seems extremely petty for them.
Pettiness and criminality are a match made in heaven, Spot. It's a perfect motivation for some, and it can feed into a vicious cycle. After all, they don't call it a petty crime for nothing.
I guess.
My partner seems to contemplate something. His wistful eyes betraying the hint of some innermost thought, some secret desire.
Oh-ho.
Only known to him.
Wait, huh? No, it's not like that.
And yet the stuttering and deference, the flailing arms and flushed face, make it seem like that, whatever that might be.
Anyway, it sounds like we've got a lead. So it's time we make like the investigator and get investigating.
That's not his catchphrase. It's time for the investigator's light to break through the darkness.
Oh, that's much better. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Sorry for the trouble. Aw, no trouble there, Al. If anything, include me into maybe getting a proper bike stand set up outside.
You better get to sleep soon, Al.
My partner offers a confident nod at that, already throwing open the door to step back into the wet embrace of the weeping cityscape, a crime only one step closer to being solved.
Oh, Dawn Hound. When you get a chance, I'd like to sit you down and go over a social media campaign for the Glory Hounds. Al wanted to get a hotline set up that folks could call in issues on.
Ah, social media. Another name for a breeding ground of issues that plague the city. It can have its uses, but must the decadent distractions of the modern day be utilized? Must there be a necessity for a moral crusade to find purchase in this crumbling society, when these very instruments could be contributing to the decay leading to our crusade to begin with?
Yeah?
Very well. We'll discuss this soon. For now, though, I must take my leave. There's a crime to solve and a criminal to bring to justice. With a tip of my hat and an affirmative puff of my pipe, I retreat into the stormy night.
Broom, broom, broom.
Yahoo!
Broom, broom, broom.
Yippee!
We're underwater. A refreshing dive underwater in the cold, ice-cold canals of a European country. A perfect thing to do before you go to sleep.
Have you ever seen a underwater thing, like black and white, like underwater level, I guess, for lack of a better term? This feels like something I've never seen before. I'm used to like filters, but not like a black and white filter like this one. It's
like, is there black and white? Is there underwater levels in Limbo or Dishwasher Dead Samurai? / was there ever a noir joke in SpongeBob?
I don't know. This late in the evening, the underwater areas of our fair city are washed in dazzling colors. Mesmerizing and enticing to all who lay eyes on them, they only serve to conceal a dark, festering underbelly, their insidious distraction. One wrong look and you could be swept away by the current of apathy, of acceptance that things are right with the world. It's there that we've got to remind ourselves that there's a criminal element waiting in the wings. One slip up and you could find yourself becoming a victim of a cruel act as well.
Victim feels like a harsh word for what happened. Besides, I still doubt they're responsible for stealing anyone's bike.
A healthy dose of skepticism helps the case go down. A half-hearted shrug.
Hey.
Signals his response as we paddle around the corner, our destination in sight.
It wasn't half...
My partner's ears perk, swiveling like the expert radar dishes they are towards Ahab's lair, a wretched hive of salty, disreputable folk.
You hear that?
Spraining my ears against the roiling currents wrought by the storm above, I can just barely make the sound of frantic squawking above the waves.
Good ears, Spot. Let's see if we can add to the commotion some, yeah?
Actually, would it be okay if I take point on this one?
I look back to my partner, contemplating the suggestion. I can only imagine the request has something to do with my prior approach and the effectiveness of a more measured application of our investigative prowess.
Yep. Plus, Milo wanted me to use this to hone my investigative abilities. I think I'll be able to get a good read on the situation and figure out what's going on.
It's very funny that he's responding to the external monologue.
Yeah, it keeps happening. He keeps narrating and people keep responding to the narration instead of his dialogue.
Yeah, it's very interesting because the visual novel format makes that a little bit weirder than you would normally see with other kind of forms of media. I quite like it. In case that wasn't clear, I'm just pointing out that this is like very cool.
Yeah, everyone's
still such eagerness in the face of tremendous injustice.
No one else is willing to like do the role play.
Yeah. Go right ahead, Spot.
Ahab,
Oh, Jesus Christ. That scared the shit out of me.
My beautiful feathers. Ahab, I look terrible. Years of preening and careful maintenance all to be washed out on a whim. What's the point of living if I can't be a colorful little birdie?
I know. Yeah. Is he okay?
The tremendous captain.
No. The tremendous captain of the nefarious saltwater syndicate sighs loudly, the water around him trembling with discontent as his flustered feathered companion continues to shriek and flutter about. One moment there, laddies. With brightening speed, Ahab snatches Polly mid-flight, though I suppose in the water it's more like mid-swim. His ginormous hand locks firmly around Polly's neck. It's an amusing scene, a moment of levity before what's certain to be a tense standoff. Reel it in there, matey. It's be only a mood-setting filter. Your feathers are all right. Our feathers. Ah, fucking hell! God, I lost pirate. It's gone. Jesus. Though caught by the massive hand, Polly is still able to manage a muffled reply.
Are you sure, Captain?
Aye, of course I am. Ahab motions to my partner and me with a broad sweeping stroke. Just listen to his overly descriptive monologuing and take a look at the change in outfits. Whatever comes out is what's coming out. I'm not following this anymore. Maybe on a noir-style case, I reckon.
Oh.
And judging by the hats and pipe and monotone color scheme, I'd reckon there'd be an approach similar to that found in the Investigator comic series.
Oh, thank God, my beautiful, beautiful plumage. How I've missed you.
You know about it? Of course I do. I only recently read the comics, though. I reckon since we're arch enemies, it'd do to brush myself up on the intricacies of you hero types. Turns out it'd be a pretty good story to boot. Haha. It's one of my favorites. I enjoyed the somewhat shorter length of the series, too. It didn't overstay its welcome, yet packed a lot of story among the art. Oh yes, that focus on narrative makes it a thrill to read. It's quite the departure from CH's normal affair, too, but easily one of his most fleshed out worlds and characters. Is CH a reference to somebody in the visual novel community, just by chance?
Don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's, what's the otter's name? Chunter?
Oh my God, wait. Chase Hunter.
Could be.
That is CH. Why did you get that?
I'm really not fucking sure why I got that.
How are you ready to put that together as an option?
Aye, that's be it. Quite a compelling duo the investigator and alibi are.
and the host of side characters and the gallery of villains they face. Immaculate. Oh, the scheming those villains get up to really got my own noggin jogging, so you best watch out there, laddies.
Dawn Hound. Captain, don't go getting all chatty, catfish.
Oh, right, sorry. Aye, sorry. Where were we?
No!
Ollie.
Sorry.
Ignoring the flighty cries of woe, I tip my hat to the two potential criminals. We've crossed paths before and come to blows just as much, but with my partner's more measured approach, maybe we can avoid any unnecessary violence. And on that note, I turn to my partner and nod, ushering him forth to take charge of the situation.
Right, okay. Ahab. That be Captain Ahab to you, landlubber.
Not to worry, we all be friends here. With the swish of his hand, water rolling around it, Polly begrudgingly accepts foregoing formalities.
Friends for now, Ahab. Whether or not we remain so depends on how you answer our questions.
Best be watching it, laddie. Like your partner said before, maybe it'd be best to avoid any unnecessary violence. Keep that in mind before you go around tossing out accusations. Now, a previously unseen seat finds itself occupied by the tremendous captain. Polly is quick to find his way to his right-hand side, a wary look spread across his beak. What can I do you for?
There's been some reports recently of missing items in and around the Saltwater District. I myself might be a victim of a theft as well. And naturally, seeing as nothing goes on in the area without you knowing about it, we figured you might know something.
Ahab and Polly exchange a look. Try as I might, I can't decipher its meaning.
Good!
I'm still narrating it. But I'd wager they know something. What sort of items?
Bikes.
The current's still, the waves settle, and for but a brief moment I think I can hear the storm above our heads clear as day. All of that is broken by a thunderous chorus of laughter, a record scratch without a record player. Bikes?
Bikes?
Ahab falls out of his chair laughing as a veritable tidal wave almost knocks my partner and me over. Bikes! You've got to be yanking my anchor there, laddie.
What sort of second-rate criminals do you take us for? Bikes?
All his squawking laugh resumes.
Hey, this isn't a laughing matter.
He's right. I step forward, standing alongside my partner with a paw on his shoulder and eyes locked on the giggling gaggle of suspects. Laugh all you want, but unless you've gone soft and allowed others to mosey in on your territory, someone in your gang is stealing bikes. It's a cruel deprivation of one's rights, and we will bring you to justice if you've had any part in it. The mood changes in an instant. Laughter ceases and a dark form rises from where Ahab laid, shadows creeping from all sides on the back of a low, threatening rumble. I be many things, Dawn Hound, but soft be not one of them. Wink.
Alex heard a low, threatening rumble right before all the calories came in.
Brrr.
No.
Yes, some scientist out there has recorded a whale song while the whale is ejaculating.
Uh-huh.
He towers above us, eyes darkened with a human rage from the sled. All of a sudden, the paw I've held on my partner's shoulders becomes a lifeline of my own, the faintest twinge of fear begging me to back down. Yet that is not to be, as my partner remains firm, stepping forward to meet this captain head on.
Are you denying any involvement?
Another 10 seconds goes by. I ready myself, expecting a fight to be on our hands, anticipating an admission to the nefarious crime. We both lock eyes with the captain, his darkened expression betraying nothing. That's be what I'm doing, laddie. Until he smiles wide, chuckling all the while. Take a good look at me. You think there'd be a bike that can handle all of this?
Shit, you're right. Also, you're underwater.
Bikes and me don't exactly be getting along, ha. Why would I be needing one of those things, let alone be stealing a bunch of them?
And even if we had need of them, we've got our eyes set on much more grandiose targets. Thank you very much. That sort of theft is called petty theft for a reason.
Hey, that's the thing I said earlier. Polly's arrogance aside.
Hey.
I don't think they had anything to do with it, partner. It do be a shame to hear about your situation, though, Duskhound. Reckon you should be taking better care where you leave it.
Not you two.
Ahab lumbers back over to his chair, plopping down on it with a content sigh. Polly is right, though. We don't make a habit of engaging in petty theft. In fact, I strictly forbid it. Purse snatching, pickpocketing, and... he snickers. Bike theft attracts too much unwanted attention. This denial seems firm, as does their reasoning. The only problem is that it leaves our case in danger of running out of steam. Quite the roadblock when your prime suspects turn out to be nothing more than innocent bystanders.
I prefer innocent dashing bystander, thank you very much. Now with this color palette. I'll show you a color palette when I knock you out!
Be that as it may, these apparent thefts in my district are concerning. Could be some upstart troublemakers looking to make a name for themselves.
Troublemakers?
I can practically feel the theory. The brilliant idea jumps into my partner's head as he lurches forward, finger outstretched in accusation.
Speaking of troublemakers, where's your other minion, Ahab?
Ishmael? Why does that matter? He wouldn't have any cause to be stealing bikes.
But he has gone against your modus operandi before.
Ah, attaboy, you found a thread he ain't gone. Wherever it may lead. Quite possibly our last hope. Sorry to burst your hull there, but I doubt he be stealing them.
Oh, Ishmael hates bikes. I could totally see him stealing them.
How the fuck do you hate a bike? Like, that's weird. I mean, if you're a Republican politician, then I buy it. But if you're a human being, then
American.
A mighty creak echoes through the lair as Ahab turns in his chair toward Polly. Polly,
Yes, Captain?
explain.
Gladly. Brew, brew, brew.
I hate bikes. Oh.
Oh God, even my memories are trapped and washed out.
Ahab facepalms, hanging his head low. I feel inclined to do the same.
Where does the palm go?
Yeah, but where the fuck would it go?
There's so much face.
Yeah.
And no forehead. That's it? Yep. You should totally go investigate him. I think he's on the surface right now.
Using the word totally in that context felt weirdly suspicious. Now the most impressive of motivations.
But they don't call it petty crime for nothing.
That's the spirit. That they don't, Spot. That they don't.
And it's time for the investigator's light to break through the darkness. Thanks for the help, Ahab. Talk to you later.
My partner strikes a pose, an accusatory finger pointing straight at the innocent for now, Captain.
Lady Justice may be blind, but the investigator's always watching.
Not bad. Yeah. You just let me know if Ishmael being the one doing it.
Right.
In a flash, my partner's swimming for the door, eager to see the case put to bed. If the Yawny tries to hide is any indication, I imagine he's looking to get to bed as well. I imagine he's looking to get to bed as well. There we go. That's what they were going for.
You did it.
I linger a moment, glancing over at the equally exhausted-looking captain. He always been a gentleman criminal of sorts, but with his inflection there, I can't help wonder if we'll be investigating a murder case next. Don't worry about it, lad. Now, go on. Realizing I probably overstayed my welcome, I offer another tip of my hat and swim after my partner. We've got a fish to catch.
The absurd visual and a noir thing for someone to trying to have this like this whole like smoky vibe and everything, and then they have to go like breaststroke away.
Well, with like a pipe too, an underwater pipe to blow bubbles in their bubble.
Yeah. So the bubbles are just going
breathing
up.
apparatus.
The bubbles are just going up like a tank's oxygenator or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
The real secret is that there's only so many sprites in the game, so it almost has to be Ahab. I don't expect Camo to come back because he traumatically killed Alex. And then what? Random butterflies? His dad?
I mean, there's the chameleon and the otter lady, right?
That would be weird too.
Yeah.
I was saying it probably isn't Camo because they probably won't bring Camo back for a side story because last we saw him, he traumatically murdered Alex.
Well, yes. But maybe he's reformed. Then again, the criminals don't ever reform, maybe. That's typically the weird ethos behind a lot of these film noir things, don't you think?
I just mean that, like, it would be weird to bring him back in a side story that's a joke.
I know.
We really have to be on a rooftop?
Water dribbles down the brim of my hats, soaking my face as I glance toward my partner. It's easy to know why he's asking. The rain isn't exactly nice. It's more of a cold, uncomfortable reminder of our predicament.
Exactly. Why don't we just hide around a corner and keep an eye on the bike that way?
We got a great vantage point of it up from up here. I'm not down toward a lamppost. It's right next to one of the city-approved entrances to the underwater sections. Prime spot to catch our suspect in the act. And leaning against this lamppost is a new state-of-the-art bicycle. It's practically irresistible.
For sure, but still, what? It's because it looks cool, isn't it?
It's a classic pose for the investigator and alibi while they're on a stakeout mission. Close enough. And we look cool. I can picture it now. The two of us, wide brim hats lowered, our forms silhouetted against the neon lights that mask the city's criminal underbelly as the rain cascades around us. It's practically perfect for a comic book cover.
I just wish it wasn't raining.
It's practically perfect for a comic book cover. That flows so nicely. It's quite the deterrent, isn't it? But we got to endure it for the sake of all those who've been wronged. The labored, exhausted sigh of recognition perks my ears, as does the shuffling of clothes and splashing of stagnant puddles as he sits down next to me. Everything all right, Spot?
Yeah, just tired. Dropping around the city trying to find my bike isn't exactly how I expected to spend the evening.
There's a noticeable pause in his train of thought, like there's more to say, but he's unsure of how to say it.
Geez, am I that obvious?
Only a little bit. A good investigator is as perceptible of people as they are their surroundings. How the fuck did actors ever learn how to speak this quickly? Jesus. They probably weren't, like, having to follow along with it, like, word by word presented to them, but still, god damn. Catch my breath. Okay. What's really on your mind? He sighs again, his dangling feet kicking back against the stone ledge.
Why bikes?
A flash of distant lightning illuminates the sky, battling against the neon lights that serve as our backdrop. The mind of a criminal is a twisted web of self-serving justifications born from intense delusions of grandeur and or perceived slight wrong wrought upon them by society, Spot. Sometimes there is no reason except a stain.
Camo did kind of fit that bill. He dealt with a lot of perceived slights, though there were probably some very real ones mixed in there. I guess I just hope there will be some reason why Ishmael's been stealing bikes. Well, you will soon get a chance to ask, Count.
Like a triumphant trumpet heralding our imminent success, Milo's voice chirps to life in our ears.
I do not chirp. Anyway, covert sensors you set up have detected movement from south. Target is approaching at leisurely pace.
Fantastic work, Raven 3. Can you get a visual confirmation, Spot?
On it.
With a renewed vigor, he leaps into action and dashes over to the other end of our corner rooftop. No matter how slippery our fishery suspect is... What did I just say? Fishery or something? No matter how slippery our fishy suspect is, he won't escape Duskhound's watchful eye.
Got him. That's Ishmael, all right. He's right in the corner now. I'm glad to know sensors work.
I peer over the ledge as well, making sure to keep my footing against the slippery stone. Sure enough, our prime suspect comes into view. He seems quite content with himself, as his leisurely pace is anything to go by. I'd say there's almost a skip to his step, the downpour not facing him in the slightest. No doubt he's already been up to some criminal mischief this night and is reveling in his misdeeds.
You think I'll see it?
My partner's back at my side now, crouched low and ready to pounce. As if spurred on by the question, Ishmael stops in his tracks. Most definitely. The haphazardly placed bike has clearly caught his attention. If the sudden posture change and clenched fists are anything to go by.
Huh.
What is it, Spot?
He almost looks bad. I would have thought he'd be excited.
Come to think of it, clenched fists and a hunched over posture are a sharp departure from what I'd expect as well, especially considering he rounded the corner so cheery-like. Criminal mind might be a twisted web, but that can't explain such a radical shift.
I believe I can.
How's that, Raven 3?
It appears the bike disappearances are not actually... No time, he's taking the bike.
My partner quickly upholsters. He's got a chair to work on. My partner quickly unholsters his grappling gun and secures its hook to the ledge. He then leaps off, descending upon the unsuspecting Ishmael like an archangel out for justice. It's an inspiring sight and a well-executed takedown to boot. The boot, of course, being my partner's. Ishmael barely has time to react before he's knocked to the ground, the bike now safe from his scaly grasp. I sit up from my vantage point, taking a moment to look out over a city about to be free from one more criminal before heading down to the street via a far less glamorous method, the fire escape. Arrgh. Easy, I ain't done nothing wrong.
And why'd we catch you taking a bike that's not yours? You did the same to my bike earlier this evening and plenty of others, didn't you?
My partner hoists our suspect to his feet. Try as he might, Ishmael won't be getting out of his iron-pawed grasp anytime soon. I ain't taking your bike or any others. A cry of deference that flies straight into the face of the truth we witnessed. Neither my partner or I bide as we glare at Ishmael with unamused expressions. Why the hell are you narrating everything? Just when I thought you two couldn't get any weirder. And what's with the stupid hats and the grayscale?
They're not stupid. You'll have plenty of time to wonder why he is after. You'll have plenty of time to wonder why he is after we take you to the police for serial bike theft.
Yeah, that's really weird. Alright, whatever. Well, would you prefer we take you back to Ahab so you can explain things? He seemed quite displeased with your new penchant for petty thefts. Normally, such an invocation of the mighty captain would strike a twinge of fear in any henchman's heart, yet all Ishmael manages is a competent scoff. Actually, I would, 'cause I ain't done nothing wrong. In fact, you both should be thanking me. I've been clearing these streets, same as you have. My partner's grasp immediately loosens just enough for Ishmael to wriggle free. He doesn't make a break for it, though. Instead, he tears us down, eyes shifting back toward the bike. Here, let me show you. He picks the bike up again. My partner moves to stop him, probably worried just as I am that he might try to make a getaway, but stops mid-leap as Ishmael nods to a nearby city-approved bike rack. All you surface dwellers are always so careless with these damn things. He begins walking, rolling the bike alongside him as we follow behind, wary of any sudden movements. You know how many of them end up in the canals each week? How many of them clutter up our waterways?
A few?
Try 100. Almost all of them 'cause they left laying around about without a care in the world. I can't stand it, so I figured someone ought to do something about it.
Marathon bird mode.
Ishmael proceeds to place the wayward bicycle in the rack. He shakes it a few times, making sure it's secure before turning to face us with a satisfied smile. So you're not stealing them? You're just moving them to a proper location? Yep. You could be lying, though. Why the hell would I be lying? I don't need to use a bike anyhow. Better yet, how the hell would I make a profit from reselling bikes? Everyone has one.
Everyone has one.
Oh, wrong both. My bad. Everyone has one.
I think it was Ishmael and Ishmael and
Yeah,
Alex.
my bad. I was saying I did it wrong.
For what it's worth, I can confirm our suspect's story.
What? Who's that?
I was about to do so before Duskhound leapt into action. Sorry.
Don't fret, Duskhound. You did good. Now, what's his confirmation, Raven 3?
Many of initial news stories about bike theft were sensationalized at best. Subsequent blog posts on community message boards confirmed all victims found bikes in nearby racks. It appears Ishmael is telling truth.
I told you. Excuse me. I told you, gipped up buffoons. Thanks for the backup, disembodied voice.
I am not your friend.
The comlink clicks off. Why doesn't even give him a chance to respond or anything? Oh, that's fucking based. It's a rare opportunity to get such a fitting closure to a case, especially where we can avoid any undue bloodshed. We'll just have to count our blessings with this one and prepare for the next time the oppressive criminal element decides to go back to its roots. After all, the end of one investigation is always the beginning of another. What the fuck?
I glance over to Raoul, surprised to see his hat and piper gone.
Yeah.
He must have had some sort of secret pocket in his suit. That or maybe a pouch in his cape? Either way, I think he's done monologuing everything. Everything good, Dawn Hound?
Just peachy, Duskhound. Another case solved.
Yeah. Wait, what about my bike?
Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten.
It looks like Raoul's reaching for something behind him, but Ishmael is quick to throw his hands up.
Hold it. I don't want to deal with any more of your wacky investigative noir bullshit tonight. Aww. I ain't moved around any bikes tonight, aside from that one just now.
Well, what have you been doing up here all night? Polly said you were skulking around topside.
Of course he did, damn bird. What I be doing is none of your business, but me not moving any bikes tonight is the truth. Raven 3, can you confirm?
There's only a quick pause before Milo replies. I can. There appears to be no reports about bike thefts tonight.
Thank you for...
Not friend. The line goes dead again.
Can I go now? Of course, though maybe in the future you should leave a note when you move a bike. The last thing anyone wants is to find their property missing. Yeah, I guess I probably should. Last thing I need is Super Zero over there beating up on me more for something I didn't do. See you losers later.
Oh my god, owned.
What?
Before I can muster a witty comeback, Ishmael's already dived into the nearby canal. That just leaves Raoul and me, and still no bike. Well, shoot, now what?
Maybe someone else moved it? We could always go investigate.
I fish my phone out of one of my many concealed pockets in my suit, not even glancing at the caller ID as I answer.
Badass.
Dude, are you okay? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Oh, good. I just noticed that your bike was here, so I figured you must be at home. But I hadn't heard you come in, so I went looking for you, cause I also made a killer lasagna today, and wanted to see if you want a slice. So I went to check your room, and you weren't there, so I figured something must have happened. Glad you're okay. Want me to warm up some food? No thanks. No thanks, Max. I'll be home in a bit. Alrighty, your loss. You fool. All the way back. He got to the bar from training, so even all the way back then I thought, did he take the tube there? Did he get traveled?
Yeah.
I pocket my phone again, disbelief washing over me just like this damn rain.
You got another lead there, Spot? Spot?
Apparently my bike's at home.
Oh. Fantastic. The case is solved.
Yeah.
Guess you probably walked to the Hain then. Maybe Milo worked you a bit too hard today if you forgot you did that.
I guess. I can't fucking believe it. It's been at home this whole time. I could have just been in bed this whole time. I mean, I guess I did have fun tonight? I think?
Funny how that works out, eh, Spot? Guess you really should be taking better care of where you leave it after all. Now then, what was that thing that Lou mentioned earlier? Something about a hotline?
I'm going to bed. I hate bikes.
Oh, he's Ishmael.
Oh my god. It all comes together. This is actually identity. They're all facets of one person.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Really gave
we probably
yourself
recorded
a
that like
to work
3
on.
times faster than
We were
expected
making,
just by the speed of that
we were
voice.
making up for the long intro of how slow we were going. We made this a weird episode.
Yeah. Jesus.
We got really distracted as Americans about just envisioning a world where bikes exist and are viable.
Yeah.
Also, just trying
It's so fucking weird.
It's also just
how
very alluring to imagine being not American this year.
Yeah. It's so fucking weird to me how whenever you see any picture of like a utopia, it's always like people are walking or like taking bikes or like playing outdoors. There's never any fucking cars. It's not like the utopia is like, hey, we gotta make room for all of our like antisocial libertarian things. Jesus Christ. It just makes me think of how people like rail against walkable cities and stuff like that, and it's like, Jesus, I want to walk to places.
Yeah,
I would love to just walk
People
all
that
the
hate
time.
the idea of a 10-minute city for some reason, and they think it's like a Marxist agenda or some sort of shit like that. You're like, I don't understand how you
That's what I was
attach these things to each other. I almost
That's
feel
what
like
I was trying to get up to.
with the thing you were talking about, it almost feels like it almost feels related to like how people rally against the Cybertruck before all of the new reasons to hate the Cybertruck. But people hated it up front. And I feel like part of why that is because it's supposed to be a dumb sci-fi thing, but the idea of cars being the future is kind of revolting. So making it, and the sci-fi aesthetic being about the idea of the future is kind of upsetting on the face of things. We're like, no, I don't want that future though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the whole aesthetic of the Cybertruck. Like, it's intentionally like trying to be gritty but also like being ironic about it, but also like being like, but you know, if the world was shitty and apocalyptic, I'd be cool with it. Like, it's just the multi-layered fucking fascism thing. And that's why people hated the Cybertruck to begin with. And now there's multiple layers of fascist thing to hate about the Cybertruck too. It's amazing.
But they are nice and flammable.
They're so fucking
unrelated
huge.
Thought.
God damn. They're all over Seattle. I see like 1 or 2 a day. And it's just like, they're so fucking ugly and they're so big. God damn, they are huge.
Well, all right, that's our second pocket edition of Glory Hounds. That'll be it until issue 4 comes out at some point.
I hope you all had a good time. I had a very good time up until I really started losing my breath towards the end there.
Bert's gonna leave this room, and Lady Bert's gonna be like, "Why are you talking like that?"
Talking like what, sweetheart?
You won't be able to turn it off all weekend. Imagine. All right, see you guys next week.
Bye.